outputs and things, and we're thinking about what we're gonna do. We just figured we'd pop back on for the last little bit here.
We got a little more work to do yet.
Yeah, we got just a little more work we probably could do yet tonight. So we figured we'd just do a little part B. We need to get a little food going. So we did a little stop and eat situation. Yep. I'm gonna unfreeze some of these tracks so we can go through them. I don't know if you lose us on this or not. Bear with us if you do.
Check. No, but we
It's
don't
not
have a
actually
screen
doing
cap.
it yet. Oh,
Where'd
no, it
my
did do
screen
it.
Cap. There it goes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Something
get these
happened.
back on the table just because. So for those who might be new or
tune.
didn't see what was going on earlier, today is a longer Saturday situation. Sometimes we pop on and just hang out for a minute and test out stream stuff, but when we do that, we call that Snack Saturday. Sometimes, like today, we do Track Saturday. And we're doing Track Saturday today. We are going through this Sam Hall song that we did pre-production on the stream the other night, and we had Sam zoom in, talked about some stuff we were going to do. Earlier today, we were on for a couple 3 hours, and we
Got some drums done.
we did a bunch of edits to the demo tracks, and then we put down a drum set. Then we put down some crash cymbals, and then we put down a handful of percussion, a couple of shakers, a couple of tambourines, set of sleigh bells. So we got a little rhythm track up and running, which is cool. And now I'm thinking we need to just kind of, continue pushing forward. Now that we have some real drums, we're going to go through some of these demo guitars. I think a couple of them might be able to hang out and stay in the session. A couple of them are going to go away completely. A couple of them will get replaced with new sounds, and maybe we'll just kind of mimic some of Sam's ideas. Sam may also play some new guitars, and we're going to come up with some new ideas, I'm sure. But I think what we're going to do for the last little while here is just kind of comb through our new percussion and drums, and then sort through these guitars and figure out who stays, who goes. Just throw a few more plugins on it, and we're just pushing forward. We're producing the song from scratch. Started with a demo, did some arrangement, put down our rhythm section stuff as far as drums and percussion. Haven't played any new guitars or bass. New guitars will be next, but we're going to sort through. There's quite a few guitars in the demo. A lot of them are playing similar things and are printed left and right, but we're going to go through those and just get the basic track up and running. We mentioned in earlier episodes, and I should mention again that this is definitely a demo of, or at least the tracks that we started with are demo tracks. Sam doesn't even have lyrics written in the verses, so you'll kind of hear some kind of placeholder mush mouth verse stuff, but we love that. We'd much rather have that to track to than nothing there and just, there's going to be vocals there at some point. It's like, at least we have a phrasing, we have a melody. He knows basically the rhythm and the melody that he intends on using. He just hasn't figured out the lyrics, but he gave us a placeholder, which is awesome. So yeah, we're just going to continue combing through, and I'm going to sort through guitars and figure out who stays and who goes. What do you know, Joe? How was your dinner?
I'm back here working on a camera.
Oh, Joe's in the back.
It was delicious. I'm back.
We had a little Wendy's for dinner. Nothing special,
Yeah.
but it was
Fantastic.
we drove by it the other night. Oh yeah, there it is. We drove by it the other night, and we thought, you know what, we should probably give it a little love.
Yeah, a son of the Baconator. I like that. I'm messing with the GoPro, so
Cool.
Turn around. We got the
Oh, nice little.
super guy. Yeah, like we're
Little-
all in it.
Right.
You
This
can
is what
get
it's
the-
like if you're
the
standing
whole-
in the back of the room while I'm mixing all day. This is what you'd see: the back of
Yeah.
my head and screen, and usually not these giant headlights in front of me, but that's for the stream.
Yeah, we do. There is a little stuff that's out of whack because of that, but yeah, welcome to the
it's
studio.
all good. But yeah,
Thanks
so
for
we're
hanging
feeling
out.
good. We're gonna sort through guitars, and I think actually maybe even quickly before I do that, I'm gonna go through and just mute these guitar faders. I know the bass is going to get replayed. It's probably going to get replayed by like 8 or 9 people at this point. Sam's a bass player. I am known to dabble, as they say, and Joe also has been practicing up and really is enjoying playing bass right now, so he wants a whack at it as well. So who knows who's going to play bass? I typically do like to.
I think we know who's playing bass.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm playing bass. Everyone else is going to try. Sam's going to try too. He'll probably do a good job.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to do a good job.
Actually, I
That's the
have a
thing.
particular idea for the chorus, kind of, that I think could be a cool part, like
Sure.
a snippet.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have.
I like it. I haven't cooked up what I'm going to do yet, but I know it's going to be awesome.
Well, it's in my head so far, and I started to plink around
That's
with
good.
it, and I think I
Yep.
found it.
Yep, that's cool. But yeah, so at some point there will be some bass, but
This is in
even
B. This is in B minor, right? No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
for you it is. For you it is, right. For you it's in Be Quiet. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Hey, gadum king. Anyway,
what
point being there will be some new bass. This is the demo guide bass. There will be some new bass one way or another. I typically after drums and I don't always do percussion right away after drums, but since we do have a vocal, since we do have placeholder music, I knew what I wanted to get going with the drum section. I know this is going to get replaced, but I don't like to do bass like right away after drums. I like to get a handful of guitars and maybe even some real vocals in there before I put the real bass on the record, because I really like the bass to really play off of everything else, and until everything else is there, that's hard to do, you know. So
I will say too, with like all the percussion and stuff, it made sense in this case to kind of get it in right away, because the song and the beat of the song is so simplistic, yet obviously critical and important, and it's got to move right, it's got to breathe, so it needs all
yeah,
these
right.
pieces.
We knew
and
we wanted it
elements.
to swing a certain way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to just get that stuff going as far as the percussion and stuff before guitars, before bass, before anything, because it's just more fun to track to. You're
Right.
playing off of more subdivisions and tambourines going, and it helps keep the momentum instead of like I listen to an eighth note click track almost always when I'm tracking, especially drums,
Right.
because a quarter note just feels too sluggish to me. You only hear.
I need an eighth. Yeah,
You-
even
right.
just tracking guitars or anything.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
just
really
pulls you
important. I
along,
like
and it
that,
keeps
yeah.
it reminds you like that.
Yeah.
Just
I'll count an eighth,
Right.
even if it's
It lifts
even if I'm
you-
just hearing a
I
chord.
feel like it lifts you up and it makes you play a little tighter. It can also make you rush a little bit, but it's I don't know. It just for me it really helps with drums. It helps pull me along, and a quarter note click doesn't cut it for me. But so we're gonna mute the guitars, even though this bass is gonna get chopped up. I want to go through and just change a couple things about this bass. There's a couple parts that are just a little sluggish as
Just
far as
slide it into place.
timeline, right? It just needs to get tightened up a little now that we have some real drums. I'm not sure what exactly Sam played in this intro, but we're thinking we're gonna have kind of a full intro into the verse. So I'm probably gonna like just fly this intro from elsewhere. I'm just gonna get rid of guitars and hear drums, bass, percussion, vocal. Maybe even end up turning off vocal, but I just want to clean up this scratch bass enough for now that it isn't really disrupting me. Or, I don't really want to think about it. I just wanted to kind of hang out and play root notes until we put a real bass on there later. But I don't want any timing or any stuff that's going to bug me. So I'm going to just see what he's doing on the top here. So he's just playing footballs, as they say. That's a chorus pattern. So let's think about it. Do we want to get him driving?
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head.
Like, I think I'd probably rather have him just doing that at the top for now, for the placeholder bass. Why not just get it moving? Should I just play right on
And that
down?
you really need that hang.
Back when we won't start again, low
I mean, the drums,
gonna
the
say
drums
drag
drive.
it.
Maybe we
Yeah,
let
yeah.
that drive. It's kind of nice.
Let it
I mean,
suck
again,
up
this
and
is
just-
placeholder,
Yeah,
but
that's true. That's true.
we're just creating like
A
kind of
vibe.
general vibe. So I think I like it going right
Okay.
through like that.
back when we won't start again, low I was breaking.
Because I'm still thinking maybe we lo-fi these drums. Maybe that's like corny and cliche. I can't decide yet.
I have to say, like, maybe we can do that and like put them back there somewhere. But it can help the sound, but not be the only drum sound.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something right. I don't want it to be like predictable,
I
but
like the
yeah.
way that bass like kind of zoop at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a nice little.
So that's cool. That was the one main fix I knew I wanted to do. I'm going to consolidate this. I'm probably just going to go ahead and beat detective this just to kind of help tighten it up. Again, for now, it's placeholder. I don't want it to poke out and bother me. Sam played it to just a metronome, or maybe he has a programmed drums, but he played a long time ago, so it's not crazy that it's not super tight or anything. It's all good, but it'd be nice to have it be a little tighter for now until it gets replaced. Why not? Why not help ourselves out? Eighth notes should be the deal. Should be pretty easy. Doesn't have to be perfect.
I wish I could get like the capture the key commands you have going on and pop them up on
oh,
the screen.
right.
That'd be tight.
They're all the good ones, you know.
Yeah.
So we duplicate
it's gonna
always
be
just
loud. I'm
because.
fumbling my mic stand.
Oh, it's all right.
Surreal world, people.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing anything past an eighth note. So we capture, analyze. Does need a cough button. How come I'm not seeing it?
Take a sip button. I'd call it a sip button. That's what I call it.
Sipper button, eh?
In a real broadcast studio, they call that.
I'm gonna reanalyze this on low emphasis. That looks better. Still missing some, but it should help a ton. So we're just gonna ease this
even just to
back
get
a
some
little. Right.
sections kind of lined up.
If there's a
would
couple
be-
things that move around, that's all right. It'll just help. So we're gonna tweak him up. Hopefully it's not too bad. That's why we duplicated it, just in case there is. Yeah, it's fine. It's just helping for now. Again, this isn't
Placeholder.
what? Yeah, it's not staying.
Placeholder.
Right,
It's more important almost that it be tight.
right.
than
It's
it
not
be-
staying. I just want it out of the way.
Yeah.
Just want something that's playing the root notes so we can start thinking about guitars. I might even suck some of this mid-range and stuff out of there for now. That's knocking around. Ultimately, we'll want that, but again, right now, I'm not really looking to draw any attention to this bass. I just want to get the rhythm track going. Bass is going to get replaced, so.
Back when we won't start again, Lord, I was breaking it. Feeling Lord, it's something else. Lord, Lord, it's something else. These are not a sinning else. You won't get one day. So I'm not Sunday. Don't mean not these cigarettes. Waiting on a stone way. Don't sell nobody away from me. I know the way needs something to say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go, without a single care. Summer.
All right, so we're going to start going through guitars just a
Sounds
little.
like a
little by
like
little.
a children's like lullaby kind of.
Is
You know
that
what I mean?
right?
Yeah,
Is that
kinda
so?
has that vibe, doesn't it?
I mean, you know,
A little ring around the rosy, slower sort of. All right, I'll stop.
good call. These pair are hang guitars, or this one's called hangs, this one's called electric guitar too, but I'm pretty sure these are basically doing the same thing.
They are.
And I think that these two are going to be keepers, so we're going to just blend those guys in. I haven't brought in my whole mix template yet, but that's all right. Doesn't really matter. We're just kind of getting it going. It'll all still apply when I do bring the template over. So let's just get these in there. So I'm going to bust these together. I think they pretty much always play as a pair. I'm also going to flip them around so the left and right panning is right, because that's the way I panned them. So we're going to bust those dudes together. Classic trick that we got taught on one of the earlier episodes, which is highlight them both, grab the output of the last one, shift option. I'm looking just because I'm so used to feeling it. I don't even know what the keys are sometimes. I just know where they are.
Yeah.
Shift option, click on the last output, new track. Name it, and it saves you a big step for sure. So we'll call these Sam. These are kind of like going to be tremolo guitars ultimately. We're probably going to put even more tremolo on them because they're just a little bit out of tune. Just saying. But boom. So those are bussed together. We have to send those out the router so they go to our mix bus. I could set it up to default to that, but I don't because inputs are just always changing. But so now those are bussed together, and we can kind of look at those
Where do you change that?
as a pair. In IO setup,
IO
you can
settings.
choose like what a new track defaults to
Got it.
if you
Good to
want.
know.
Yep. So we decided these are a pair of these hangs. We just bust them to an audio bus. I'm also going to group these because I'll probably edit out some noise and some crossfades, and they're a pair. So may as well just do it together. So Sam Trem guitars again. Doo-doo-doo. And yeah, so this is part 2 of the track Saturday long
Yeah.
form hang. We got rhythm tracks together today, which was good.
Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, now we're gonna go through some of these guitars, see who stays and who goes, clean them up, put some EQs on them, make them sound good, all that stuff. I'm gonna turn off any extra groups. We should just be in Sam Trem guitars. Looks like we are, which is good. So we can listen to those. We're going to bust together so we can EQ them as a pair. And I'm going to just go ahead and clean up the regions a little bit as we go. Blend them in, keep them. All right, just threw a little decapitator on drum bus. Dig that. I like this 70s record one, but then I quickly ended up tweaking a bunch of stuff on it. Brought the mix way back, took the punish off, but I always end up starting from this 70s record one for some reason.
That gives them it like it's funny, man. It gives it like more breath without adding length somehow.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about we just have an EQ on there. We actually did start all of a sudden kind of quickly stacked up some plugins on these close mics.
Yeah.
Nothing on the floor tom, but gated, EQ'd on snare top and bottom. Haven't touched a kick out yet. Need to do that. EQ and gate on kick in. Over's got a few things. I was thinking about maybe like some type of tape emulation or something here.
Anywhere.
yeah,
all
but,
the time, for sure.
But I don't know. I just ended up grabbing this for a little saturation, and yeah, we'll do another quick little like maybe from the chorus.
I just hit the headphones with that AB when you were doing the
Yeah,
back
right.
and forth, and like it is.
And the
insane.
mix is, I mean, it's not even, it's less than 50%. I know how easy that is for you to see, but it's right at this hash prior to 50%. So it's not like it's cranky, but it really brings the drums forward. So I'll jump in here, chorus one, I'll turn it off, and I'll bring it in.
That kick drum has like a floor Tommy sound to it, man. It's cool.
Yeah, we decided to. I had a big pillow in the kick drum today. You guys saw the drums earlier. If you were looking at the stream earlier, we had a camera back there while we were tracking. Had a big pillow in there. We pulled the pillow out. We tried some different stuff. We knew we were just going to play kick, snare, kick, snare. So we knew we had a lot of room for a longer bass drum note. So first we went to wide open kick drum. Didn't sound cool in the room. This isn't the biggest room, so it's misleading. What it sounds like in the room and what it sounds like with the microphones is not always exactly what you would assume, you know. But we ended up that was no pillow at all was too much. We took two little half pillows, put them both on the batter head, and left the resonant head wide open, which then it just left a little bit of like kind of rattle and made the note a little longer. It's gated, but if I solo up kick in and out, kick out's not gated, kick in is, and I'll turn the gate off. You can hear the front head open, and in the mix, instead of just being thump, it gives it a little growl and a little more length. It just makes it a little more present. And then I am gating that, so with the gate. I'm still trying to leave most all of that note in there. It just closes the end off and gets rid of the snare, but yeah, that little extra snarl on top really gives it a nice cut through the mix. Makes it sound really nice. Makes it sound really real. No sample, no nothing. And again, we haven't touched the sub kick yet. Let's do that quick, or not sub kick, but kick out. Yeah, well, yeah, kick out is definitely very roomy. Even though it's right in front of that kick drum, it's a big condenser mic, so it again, tight room, hardwood floor or hard floor, so it hears those cymbals. I don't think I'm gonna gate that though. Here's that kick out again. So I'm just extending the low end even more, and I'm gonna kill some of this real subby stuff, so I'm not. But I'm extending the bottom even more. It's like a FET 47, so it has a really nice thing down there. Sounds cool. I may need to take some mid-range out. Big kind of 1K snap. I think it sounds really cool. This is just a kick out by itself. And we won't gate him. And then again, with the kick in also, a lot more gate. And then so far, nothing on top or mid-range or anything. A little bit of a big not a little bit, 6K boost at 60. Again, same thing. I'll probably take this filter up to like 20 or something just to get any really low out of this one. Just cause any super low stuff should be over here, and that's also filtered. But together, cool. I don't know. Dig that. Anyway, we got a good drum sound today. I'm stoked on it.
Mm-hmm. Bring. Oh, sorry. You
No,
could
it's
bring
all right.
those in at some point if you wanted.
We're
right?
talking
Can we do
about,
that?
yeah, maybe we will. We have like an additional room mic, which isn't very distant sounding, and then we have a pretty distant hallway mic that are super cool, but we're liking this real dry, tight thing in here. So, it might be appropriate to use those for an effect or for a section. While it's tempting to turn those on because they're cool sounding, like the dry drums thing just feels like the way on this song. So it's like kind of just leaving them off right now.
I think that's probably the move too. And again, those things are there. If ever we feel like we need to ride them in,
Right.
we're not getting
Maybe we'll
enough
use them on the bridge or the
space
outro, or
with the drums
maybe we'll find a spot for
if we
them.
need to. But I think the thing is like you don't have to put it in just because
Right.
it's cool.
Taking them dry at the moment. So, and then this pair of guitars is pretty cool. There's like some tremolo, and there was some reverb already cooked in on them. I'm going to send them to even more reverb and just kind of have them be ambience. Keep them from the demo. So I'm just going to go through and clean up. We did hack up this arrangement, so there's some wild cuts in here.
I'm liking the new arrangement. So is Sam.
Cool.
Said he's feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big move that needs to get figured out going into the last chorus. We left ourselves a big opening.
Yeah,
to do
he
something
even
cool.
he said he didn't know about that, and I think
Yeah.
It will be cool. with
It
some
will be
stuff
cool.
in
It's
there.
just real naked
you
right
know,
now.
some space, but some stuff.
Yep, it's
Stuff
just
to do some
super
sound.
naked right now. Okay, so these are worked in. They're cool. We're just going to continue scanning, but these two are keepers. They're bust together. I know that I like this guitar, but I'm pretty sure this is going to get replaced because I think it can just be done better. So I'm going to skip over him for a minute. We're going to come back to that at some point and replace him. But typically what I do is I make things that I definitely want to use but need to be replaced and are not going to be keepers. I make them pink because it just calls my attention to him. Like, right, this needs to be there, but not this version of it. So that's how I remember that. So we leave him muted. We'll make him pink. Who's next? Electric guitar 1. Let's see what he's playing. Right, so this is just plucky all the way, which I think is probably a good element that we'll probably want in sections of this song, but probably not this performance. We got new drums, we got new everything. We're probably just going to go ahead and replace him. I don't need to remember that. Nothing special there. Just palm muting, chord changes. So let's see who's next. We got electric guitar 3 and 4. They look like they are some type of companions. They're playing at the same times, more or less, other than here. So let's see what they're doing. All right, so we got this little scratchy rhythm, and then I remember this octave guy, and he seems like kind of the theme, or at least a theme that Sam was digging on. So we're gonna keep him around for sure for now. So he's gonna move up past this pinky. And we're gonna just turn him off for a second, but we're gonna keep him around. This guy. I like that kind of extra guitar rhythm, but we can definitely beat that sound and just beat that thing. So we're probably just going to go ahead and get him out of there. We'll keep that tucked in the back of our brain as a concept, though. Next up, another pair of things to see what they are. Let's just see here. Solo them up for starters. Right, those are Sam's kind of chorus rhythms, and actually don't sound bad. So they might be able to
I like
hang
the
out.
little jangle they got
Right.
going on.
They might be able to hang out. We're going to leave those guys for now. We're going to group them because they are a pair of rhythms. And then we'll go through and just fix the edits on them quick so they're happy. But it seems like those might be salvageable. Sam R guitars. We'll keep those soloed up and we'll just go through, cut any noise, just make everything nice and tidy. These sound phasey as well. I wonder if these are both the same DI. I think that's possible. No, they're different. It might just be that one has a plug-in and one doesn't. So yeah, cleaning up fades and just kind of tightening these dudes up. They do sound phasey. We'll figure
Yeah,
out why
don't they?
though. Do 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 do. We're cleaning up our sloppy edits. Gotta do that. All right, so that's a pair of keepers. We'll mute those for a second, but those are going to stick around. Here's another pair of something down here. It looks like it's playing underneath the solo section. Let's see what these are. So those are, there's that auto-created thing again. Why? You are currently not displaying auto-created clips in the clip list. Why? Why is this new today? What is this about?
We need to take a.
Large numbers of blah, blah, blah. You are currently not displaying auto-created clips in the clip list. However, through editing, a large number of these have been accumulated. Yeah, I get it.
Why are they getting?
Well, I mean, they always do until you clear them, right? Like anytime you
Right.
cut
I know.
anything,
I understand
like
it's
if a
talking
new-
about the clips in the bin, but like
Yeah, I don't really
it seems
get it.
like it's not because even as we tidy up the bin, we're still getting that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of the updates
I've
got
never
weird.
seen that
They're
before
still
either.
working
So.
that out.
But this is a little lead. These mics definitely appear to be the same thing twice. So I'm going to kill this one, pick one and kill it. This one has less signal. So, see ya. We'll mute him. Slider, 1 and 2, playing together. What are they doing? Let's find out. I remember those. Also possible keepers.
Yeah,
Looks
all
like
the
I put
vibe
some
is
11
cool on
on
all of
those.
them.
And then the last pair is this cleans, and I had these bust together. I think these are like a lead. You know, kind of interesting too. So also maybe keepable, frankly. So we'll clean those up real quick and just get all the extra stuff out of there. Yeah, man. We're looking pretty
Got
good.
some stuff in here.
Yeah, we got some faders.
What that one got?
Let's see
Got
what's
got.
going on right
Oh, that was
here.
probably from the rearrange, huh?
That's right, though. Just fix them up a little bit. Figure out the end, but Cool. All right. So we got a bunch of guitars. We could probably just start doing a little bit of track blending. I'm probably going to go to small speakers, turn things down, and just kind of work in everything that's not vocals for just a moment and see how we're looking. Progress, dude.
It's starting to sound pretty good.
Right?
I'm really big fan of the kick snare kind of combination.
Yeah, those are feeling
sonic
pretty cool.
Relationship.
Let's listen to this pink guitar.
The pink
Train guitar.
Call it chugger. That's what I was.
It's got a bunch of stuff on it. What was it? Don't hate that sound.
Yeah, I'm
This
into
plugin's
it.
awesome, dude. Like without
Oh,
it,
dude.
I mean, what?
CLA for it. What's that sound like in the
Moves
mix?
it, moves it out of the middle, which I think is nice. I just don't know if this guitar is going to be tight enough.
That's
We might be
kinda
able to beat
move,
detective
like-
this guy. To be honest with you,
Maybe we could do that. I almost, yeah. I don't love that guitar.
It's DI City. I
Yeah,
think it
and
could be.
and it's
it could
not.
be
There's nothing
motion,
wrong with
though.
it, but like I like the idea of the part, but like I don't know that we need to squeeze. Let's track another one of those. It's just
Could well be.
the palm muted chords.
Could well be. I'm gonna just fix them up anyhow. Do 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 do.
Oh, Diane wants to know if newbies like her can follow Logic Pro. I mean, I don't know how newbie
I
you
mean-
are, but I would go GarageBand if you're super newbie. You
I
get
think
just
she's.
as much out of it. You can
I
do a
think
lot
she's
with
been.
GarageBand.
And I understand. If you listen for 1 second, you'd hear that I think she's graduated past GarageBand and
Okay.
is looking to do something a little more than that.
Yeah,
Um,
Pro Tools first.
I'm sure you can figure it out. I know Pro Tools pretty well and have used it for many years and feel like a complete noob when it comes to Logic, which I've been kind of messing with a little bit, and I'm not great at it yet. So, but you'll get it. YouTube's got it. You can find it.
Pro Tools first is free.
Pro Tools first is free, right? And I believe that's 16 tracks. I think.
There's a limitation on tracks. You can only use Avid, like the plugins that it comes with. But like,
That's-
if you're
yeah,
a
right.
beginner, like it's great. It
I think
comes
she
with
was
what
talking
you need.
about stepping up to Logic. I think it'll be awesome for you if, especially I'm just allergic to it because I got a lot of time logged into this. But if you got to learn something either way, I think that from all everything I've heard, Logic comes with a lot more for the price. And once you got it, and I think it'd probably be really good for demoing and stuff. I thought I had this whole guitar. I did
Yeah,
not.
what happened? Oh, just that
That
front
just
region.
wasn't consolidated. That's all right. We probably got to go through and fix this thing up quick anyhow. So we're jumping the gun a little bit. Yeah, tracks coming together, new drums, new percussion, salvaging through some guitars. We're going to keep some, we're going to replace some. This one might get replaced, but I'm just kind of fixing it up because I feel like it for right now. Because I kind of like Sam's driving guitar thing. We could certainly play another one, but if we can keep another thing around, why not? Got some phase up top I got to clean up too, it looks
Look
like.
at that at the end here.
This is just all because we created
Keep
an
it tight,
end.
man. That's what we say.
So we consolidate
Leave it.
all of this. And then we will just give this a little tightening, see if it helps us out. It probably will. We're going to just go for it. We're just going to consolidate it. We're going to trust and believe. We're going to trust and believe that it works. We have it on another playlist if it gives us
I
any
feel like
beef.
on that guitar, it should.
Yeah, DI, so that's helpful. We're going to turn all of our shit back on.
Just a
it's
slow
an E.
start.
it's shaping up. There's something whipping at the end I got to figure out. But we got some cool guitars that we're starting to salvage in there. We'll keep some of those, maybe. I say maybe a lot because, never know. Might come in here next time and be like, nope.
Yeah, but we
these
just talked
guitars are
about the
outta here.
importance of like tightening up the vibe as much as you can, so when you track stuff along with it. I was just
Yeah, right. Yeah, I
There's
mean,
a
we're just,
vibe.
trying to keep, whether the stuff stays or not, it's kind of like keep it all moving forward, keep the track always going forward, even if something gets muted at any point, doesn't matter. Like if we tighten it up between now and when it gets turned off, it's all good. It's all progress.
Yep.
Love this keyboard, man.
Yeah.
Just so simple but super cool.
It's the intro
Yeah,
song
right,
for
yeah,
a
right.
children's cartoon.
It's kind of fun. So here's the
It's
thing.
awesome.
Let's try it. We've never tried it. We got to try it. It's one of the newer. Do we still have audio? Yeah, we still have audio even when I'm doing this screen. I wasn't sure. Sometimes I thought some of these. Anyway, do instrument track with
What are you cooking up?
well, now with the new Pro Tools, you're supposed to be
Oh
able
yeah,
to
you
just
can drag it and create MIDI.
put this into a MIDI file. Did that
I think
do
you
it?
got is it Alt drag down or whatever?
Shouldn't I be able to just paste it down there?
Like I don't know.
Can you
Yeah,
just-
you did an instrument track. I think you got to do a MIDI track.
maybe you have to actually. Oops, maybe I should do a proper MIDI track. Let's
An
find
instrument
out.
track would be like a VI,
Let's find out.
I think.
Um,
Forgot about that feature.
yeah, I haven't actually tried that yet, and I don't know if it would.
Well, I
what am
wonder,
doing?
yeah, with like.
I don't know if it'll
these
actually
effects and
chase this
stuff on
right. It might.
yeah,
It might
we'll
freak
see.
it out. We're gonna try MIDI track this
MIDI
time.
track. No.
It just doesn't seem like it just does it
I'll
that
have to
that
dig into
easy.
it. Let me look into that.
There's a way to do it. Is it because it's not stereo? No, it shouldn't be because it's a mono thing. I thought you just literally drag it down.
I'm looking.
I also thought it
Oh,
was.
hear
I
my
thought
fucking
you just do it
keyboard
on
going
instrument
over
track.
there, click-clacking.
I haven't actually tried it yet. Have we? No, obviously not. Because if we had tried it, we
I'm
would.
reading about it right now. I'll have it.
We would
shortly.
know how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
I
new.
mean, it's new as of like 3 weeks ago.
I'm gonna do new. Here's that auto-created shit again. That's really weird. We got to figure that out too. You might have to like Google that one for me if you would. I'm gonna try mono instrument track. No, it doesn't just do it. There's something about it that we don't know.
I gotta watch this.
All right, well,
You're on your own. I'm
yeah,
learning.
it's all good. If you learn about it, I'm gonna keep moving. But there's a way to do that and just make that MIDI and then you do good things with it. But we don't know how to do it just yet. So I'm gonna keep working on stuff that I do know how to do. While Joe learns.
Option drag on. This guy does it on an instrument track.
That's what I thought. So I'm gonna do.
Option
We're gonna
drag
do
on
a
an
stereo
instrument
instrument
Or
track.
alt
Or not
it's
instrument
the copy
track.
drag. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember if option alt is the same damn thing. I can't remember my keyboard.
So what is it? What are you saying? I thought you could just copy and paste it, but oh, it's not that.
Got some groups popping? No. I think it's this right here. No, okay, hang on.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't do it, right?
That is weird. That's all dude does here.
Yeah, I know. I've seen other people do it too. I thought that's all there was to it,
Watch it,
but
there's
it
more
doesn't
to
seem
it.
to be the case. Why? I don't know.
What the heck? It makes it sound like you can just copy and paste too.
Right. What are we overlooking? Where's Ian Combs when you need him?
It says you can do this by dragging and dropping an audio clip onto a MIDI or instrument track, or using a new command in the track menu.
I don't know, man. It ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Not gonna worry about it.
What's
We'll
the other problem we're having over there? I can dig into.
Oh, that auto created now I'm not gonna remember exactly what it was.
Oh,
But
auto creative.
I mean, there's nothing even in here. So what? And I don't know. That's just
I'm
weird.
on it. Auto created clips.
That never showed up before.
Top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a pretty
Guess it's different ones. Can't tell if those are different performances or not. She's got a pretty
List. I will shout.
Go ahead.
In the clip list, if you hit the clip list,
Yeah.
there should be like in the little drop down. It says to. Okay, so there is go to show. And go to. Is there one for auto created? Click that. Now there's a bunch of clips that need to get removed. They weren't getting removed because.
Oh, because
they
we weren't.
shown.
They weren't being shown, and then why they weren't being shown, who knows?
'Cause that wasn't selected. I don't know why, but with the
It's
update,
still
with the
like-
update, that must have not.
Okay,
been
there we go. There we
selected.
go.
So,
There
yeah,
we
there's
go.
Tons
That's
of clips. Look at
that's
that.
what it was looking for.
Stacks.
I wonder why that. Yeah, or maybe that
So
got
that solves that.
cool. Thank you. Maybe that got changed. We did remove preferences the other day. Maybe we
I
lost
feel
that
like that
one in
could
the
have been.
shuffle.
Oh yeah, because that's kind of new, huh?
Newer, yeah. And I mean,
Soulful.
I've been mixing a lot, but I haven't been doing a lot of editing. So yeah, right. Maybe just haven't seen that. But cool. 9:30. You know, we'll probably just go to 10. Kind of our normal.
Yeah, see what we
Cut
can
off,
get out
right?
of this here.
Yeah, we're starting to do. We're doing well though. You know, at some point, it's funny. I didn't save a print or whatever, but at some point we'll go back and kind of like we'll go back in time to the original demo and just kind of see where we're at thus far.
I do have. I can dig up.
Right. Joe's got it.
of the
Right. So at some
original.
point we can find it. I got really like what? I'm gonna get these last two little guitars just looked at quick, and then probably do a little rundown and see what it's all saying. Right. So this is over the solo section, which we might have someone else play a solo. We don't know. But Sam did that, and that's kind of fun, at least for now. Not sure about the Sam lead part. Maybe we have something else under there. It's a nice layer. Might have to replace him. I think he's just rushy again. Maybe I was hearing another guitar in there that I didn't anticipate. I don't know if we need him right now or not.
Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And she's got a pretty little...
Did these move? I don't know now. They shouldn't have.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out.
Sound like they're behind. That's where they were.
She's got a pretty...
They feel late, huh? Maybe they did get moved when we were trying to figure out the MIDI thing.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go.
She's got that Cadillac. I wouldn't blame her. I don't blame her one bit, actually. Yeah, man.
Beat his ass,
We're
too.
feeling good. We're feeling pretty good here. You know, we're just kind of chipping away. For those who are just watching, we did some tracking today. We cut these drums today. We're just kind of hacking through some placeholder stuff. We're going to keep some of these guitars. We're going to replace some. We know we need a fresh bass track in there. Probably need some additional keyboards. We're going to figure out what kind of guitar solo we're going to put on there. A couple of moves to make. Some of the, I mean, like I just kind of flew some of these vocals around, and there's some lyrics that are missing, but we're just kind of roughing in some spots, checking it out.
She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a ready to go. She's got ready to go. She's got nothing but she's got
Yeah, we're just going to go.
ready to go. She's ready to go.
Which is going unnatural for now, but again, we just cut these in. Placeholder. The song didn't really have a stop here at all, but we're going to make it do one. Maybe Sam will write a different lyric to make this work. There's going to be some type of activity in this big gap right now, but at the moment, we're just.
She's
know,
dry.
It's
Hanging out
just
empty.
perfectly dry because we're making it up as we go along. We started off with a demo today, and we cut a bunch of stuff, and now we're just continuing forward, checking it all out. I think it's time for a kind of a listen down. I'm going to turn on this verse vocal again for those who are unaware. These are very much demo vocals, and the verse vocal is literally half of it isn't actual words because there are no lyrics quite yet. So that's why that sounds like that. But yeah, we're just going to listen down. We got new drums. We got new percussion. We have gone through the guitars and gotten rid of a bunch of stuff that we are not going to use. We have picked out a whole bunch of stuff that we plan on using, we think. Some of I've muted a couple things, keeping a couple things. I think this might go away too. We'll find out. Yeah. So we're just shaping up the demo, and then I guess the next thing, like I said, we might go till 10. If there's any questions or anything, if anyone's hanging out again with us, this is the long form Saturday that we call Track Saturday.
Track Saturday.
Not Snack Saturday,
Nope.
Track Saturday. I mean, we've been at it since Joe got over here at 12:30, 1 o'clock. We did some other stuff. I changed head on a drum. He wired up the second camera. We did drum tracks earlier today. There was another stream earlier today. It was about 3 hours long. That will be on the YouTube channel. If you missed it and you want to go back and see it or whatever.
Noisebelow.live.
Yeah, noisebelow.live will take you directly to the YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe over there and help us out so we can get an actual URL and stuff and get away from the generic thing, we need X amount of subscribers to do that. You can help us with that if you want.
And you know what I realized? Not to spam anybody about it right on the notification thing, but
Totally.
Tuesday is going to be our thing. But like for these things that we will continue to do that are sporadic and live and stuff, it's like the notification could be the ticket. You can get it if you're around. You can
Right.
watch
If
it.
you want
not,
to, yeah.
ignore that.
Right.
thing.
That's
All
right.
good.
It's true. If you want to see it, that would be one
One way to
one
get
way to know about it. And we
We'll try to post.
Right, we try to post sometimes, but as we learn how to do this thing, I have realized that often I come down here and start working on something. I told Joe about this the other day, and now I feel like I'm starting to develop a little bit of YouTube brain, and I start going like, well, oh shit, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should get a hold of Joe and see if he wants to come over. Maybe I should fire up my phone, whatever. As we continue to do that, there may be days where me and Joe talk in the morning and we're like, screw it, man, let's do a stream today. And we may not have time to really give you heads up. So
Yeah,
we're
10, 15 minutes, like
Right.
once we get going.
but again, jump in if you want. Don't feel bad if you missed it. This stuff will live on YouTube for infinity and beyond, as far as we know, until the asteroid comes.
Any day now.
So, yeah, you can always go back and watch it there. And we're going to come on at our announced time as much as possible. We're going to give you heads up and come on with bonus episodes when we can. And sometimes there's going to be no heads up at all, and we're just going to show up with another episode just because we were in the mood, and we get to do that. It's our show. It's the beauty of it. We can do whatever we want.
That being said, Tuesday is going to be here. Same bat time, same bat
Right.
place.
Tuesday
8
we're back.
p.m.
If you
And
were
we danced.
Yeah, if you were with us for the kind of, we're kind of, we're talking about how these different episodes come and go. So Tuesdays are consistent. They're about 2 hours long. We've been currently mixing. That's going to continue to evolve. We did one recently with a Zoom call. Next Tuesday, we're going to finish up mixing last Tuesday's track, which was by my old band, And We Danced. We got pretty good ways through the mix on that one last Tuesday. We're going to wrap it up, and we're going to try to get Zach Drust, who is the singer-songwriter of that band, to zoom in and hang out with us, maybe talk about, I don't know, whatever he wants regarding either the recording or that band or, how I quit the band and screwed everything up. We could talk about that. I doubt he wants to talk about that. I don't really want to talk about that. We could. But yeah, we're going to try to get him on here, which would be awesome, and try to wrap that mix up. And if you didn't hear that, you can hear the final bit of that if you want to go back and backtrack. I
is
think
on YouTube
is that
as
on
well.
YouTube? It should
It's
be. I
on
think
YouTube.
that was
Facebook
maybe
for
one
sure.
of
I
the
think it's
first
the
ones
first
that
one
stayed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and do that, and then I think, well, next Saturday is the day after Christmas, which is already crazy enough. But then I also have a live stream on next Saturday, so we're not gonna have a snack or a track Saturday because I gotta go play a rock and roll show. I'm very thankful to get to play one more live music concert this year. There will not be an audience in attendance, but we are doing a live stream from the legendary main room at First Avenue in downtown Minneapolis. It's a tradition for Soul Asylum to play a holiday show. We really didn't want to let the tradition hang because of the pandemic if we didn't have to. We were lucky enough to get to talk to everyone at First Avenue, and after a lot of hard work by a whole lot of people, we've put it together. Originally, we were going to try to sell a couple of tickets, but as the mandates and the orders for, the public safety and the mask thing and everything have evolved, we cannot do tickets. But we've got an awesome live stream that's going to be coming the day after Christmas. You can find it on soulasylum.com, I'm sure, or the Soul Asylum Facebook page. There's a zillion ways to find it if you're interested. Tickets are super affordable. If you just want a ticket to see the stream, please do so and check it out. But yeah, so no episode next Saturday. We will finish the And We Danced mix and talk to Zach, hopefully, next Tuesday. And then the next long form episode will be back on this one. We are going to just kind of button it up in the next little bit here tonight, kind of maybe make a quick mix. We'll send this back to Sam probably as an instrumental, frankly, without the vocal, so he can add any more instruments that he wants or any ideas he has, and then he can start working on some fresh vocals. And I'm sure we'll have those hopefully early-ish in the new year. So we'll probably maybe squeeze 2 more episodes out of this, maybe 1 more episode where Joe and I do some guitars and some bass, potentially maybe some more keyboards.
We have to do a Zoom wrap up with Sam.
We'll do a Zoom wrap with Sam. We'll see if we can get Sam to shoot some video of his vocals and stuff. Joe mentioned, I believe, a pedal steel player or a slide player.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Yeah, I did mention that. Now with this song shaping up, I don't know if it fits the vibe as much, but we can talk about that.
We're going to talk about, if it's not him, we need a solo.
We need
for sure.
Well, we need something.
Yeah, and probably a solo, right? Because I don't think we're going to write a vocal. It's just it's a quick 8-bar thing. So we're feeling the solo thing. We'll figure out who's going to provide that. I'm not really a lead guitar solo type of cat. I mean, I know me and you are both adequate, but I don't know if either of us would really call ourselves lead guitar players. We could write something or whatever. But we'll figure out who's going to do the solo or what the solo should be.
Well,
I still think a slide or a pedal could be cool, or maybe not pedal, but maybe just
straight up slide
cool slide.
Electric,
Getting back to that kind of we're looking for some type of hybrid, I would say, between Tom Petty and John Mayer, and we've been talking about this riding down the highway thing. Yeah, we talked about the pop country thing. Sam originally wrote this song as part of an exercise, and I think before he really got started on it, other than maybe the concept or whatever, he was thinking pop country, but I don't know if it necessarily is pop country anymore. It could be. We can continue to dress it up and make it that way. But it's feeling pretty vibey right now as it stands, and I mean, we could lean it one way or another, but we'll see. Yeah, I think what we'll do right now is we're just going to listen again from the top. I'm going to turn everything on. I'm just going to kind of hang out over here in the mix window and just kind of do any fader riding I hear. We'll see if there's anything else we want to change before we button it up for the night, but we're 5-6 hours of work into this thing, and like I said, we got a lot of fresh tracks on here. We got a lot to digest and maybe live with for a bit, but we're feeling good about the real drums, and I think it's just time to review and see what's what. So we're gonna take one down from the top. Like I said, I'll be doing some fader blending and stuff, and then we'll probably just wrap up for the night, and that'll be tonight's long track Saturday.
2-part
sesh,
track
right?
Saturday.
2-parter with a dinner break
5
and
hours
everything.
worth of content today.
Right, that's how we do it. We'll just keep on bringing
All
you
day
that
out.
quality content. So yeah, we're gonna take a listen to this thing and just see where we're at now.
got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair.
The Genelex. What do we got? Pro Tools ran out of CPU power. Let's go back from here. Yeah, let's see what we're doing.
Start again, knowing I was breaking it. Didn't know there's something else. Wouldn't know there's something else. He's all out of sinning now. You won't get one day. So I'm not Sunday. Don't mean not these cigarettes. Didn't understand the way I'm still got away with me. I know the way something say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. We'll meet on the other night. Won't mean something hold you tight. So I don't need to be blowing. I can't be moving down the steamy way. When I come down, she's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. she was already there. We'll meet on the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. It's all I don't need to be blowing. I can't be out. Rolling down a steamy way. When I come down, she's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
There's Ollie's collar. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. That must be Sam's like
Sam's
necklace
collar.
or something,
Sam's
right?
dog collar.
Sam wears a collar, right?
There's no judgment here. Just
Nah, dude, I dig it.
get into it.
Yeah, man, we're feeling real good. What were we talking about as this went by? We're talking about some of these guitars getting sorted out a little
Just
bit
a little
more.
busy, right? But
yeah,
they're
there's
all ideas.
a lot of good parts. There's a couple moments where they seem like maybe they're fighting each other. Or we'll just see who takes the lead. I think a pair of acoustic guitars in the chorus that really just play nice, right tight with the ride cymbal and just kind of
Yeah.
help the percussive, motion bell like chime. Try to get real tight with those. We'll do a pair of those. Maybe next time we track, we'll do a pair of those. Joe's gonna bring over his acoustic. He absolutely hates my acoustic, which my acoustic is kind of a pile.
Mine's nothing special.
His is nothing special, but it's
Two different
mine's
sounds,
even
right?
mine's even less special.
Some different sounds.
But yeah, a pair of acoustics would be cool. I have an electric 12-string that always sounds good on this type of stuff. There's probably a place to put it. So I definitely think we'll do a couple of fresh guitars. Everybody and their brother's trying to play bass on the track, or literally, there's literally guys knocking on the door in the middle of the night asking if they can take a swing at this
Yeah.
track on bass.
We had to get the address unlisted.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out who's gonna do it. It's gonna be a big thing. It'll be a big deal. But yeah, we'll get a fresh bass cracking. We're feeling good about drums. We're really loving what we got.
Mike Mo said he wanted to cut some bass.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna hit up Mo.
Yeah, we're really loving what we got on these drums
that,
today.
Mo.
We haven't put any samples on it. We haven't gotten I haven't gone severe with plugins.
We got a
I put
vibe.
plugins on them for sure. The
Well,
drum
and-
bus has just a little bit of EQ, no big deal. That decapitator that we talked about, there's no parallel, no nothing right now. So that's like all their close mics. The cymbals don't go to that because they're on their own thing. But yeah, we did some EQing on all the drum mics more or less. Still haven't touched that floor tom. We got to work on him because he'll be cool. He plays a couple times. What did we do? We gated the kick in. We left the kick out open. We EQ'd both of those guys. One guy got an SL, other guy got a Pro Q. We may as well do the quick recap. We got 10 minutes left
yeah.
or whatever, right?
No, dig into it.
We cut these drums from scratch and then we threw some plugins on them. So snare top and bottom, both 57s, both gated, both Pro Q3 at the moment. Floor Tom, ATM 25, haven't done anything to him yet. We will. He plays really just a handful of hits. We did go in and cut the noise out, so it's just the hits. Everything else is muted. So he'll get fixed up at some point. Overheads are a pair of AKG 414s, the older ones, BULS, I believe, before the light and before all the crap, the silver front ones. Actually, not a bad mic. Not great, not horrible. Anyway, overheads. Our friend the Fab Filter, taking out a little bit of honk. I love this guy, always on overheads. I just put him in. I put him in bypass immediately. I take the mix all the way to 0. I put it on limiter, and then I bring up the mix like almost none. And I should just demonstrate.
Does a lot.
Does a ton. But yeah, here, what may as well. Sometimes I hate when I'm watching a video and someone's like, I do this and blah, 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 and they never really show it to you. So I'll solo the overheads. I'll bypass just this. What else is on the overheads? We have Pro Q, just doing a little dip, like I said.
There's one of those
This
things.
guy. And then after this guy is an SSL doing a little bit of bottom end filtering yet again and a
top
little
shine.
10, 12K sparkle. But so really, like I said, I bring this guy in, I put it in bypass. I don't use the EQ. Sometimes I use this guy, sometimes I don't. But I roll this mix all the way down, and then I just bring it up a taste. So overs without it in solo. And in. So, I mean, even though this thing's up like 7% mix, according to this, 7.2%, that is a huge difference. You really hear that limiter working, just barely blended in. But I really like what it does to the overhead. So that's on the overheads. Moving right along. Hi-hat mic, Pro Q3, because it was mic'd with a 57. It is an older set of 15-inch hi-hats, and they have just an absolute ton of bottom end, like sub-level bottom end with that 57. It's crazy. So that got a bunch of filtering, as it would. After that, an SSL. Adding some top end. Looks like a little bit of compression, too. That's it, and that's that. Drum kit or heart mic, which if you watched the video earlier, you probably saw. It's right underneath what the ride symbol. It's a long AKG 441 vintage
I
one.
wonder if I could like get the pictures from my Instagram.
Oh, right. Maybe Joe will throw some of those in there while we finish up talking about these drums real quick. But yeah, so that is a vintage Sennheiser 441 hanging out over the kit. Bunch of EQ going on, taking off some subsonic. Adding some kick drum fatness, looks like dipping out some Woolly 300, dipping out some 1K stuff that was just roomy and angry, and then brightening. And then this guy, new guy, that we've been using a little bit lately, looks like we got the Super Fuse on, so he's aggressive, but he looks like he's just over 50% mixed in there. Helping out that kit mic. Room and hall. We put an SSL on the room at some point because we were listening to it and seeing what it was doing. But we were talking about we really kind of like our dry thing. So right now they're just off. They're at the ready if we want to use them on a section. We'll see. And then, yeah, they bust together. I think we talked about that bus already. But little Pultec, top and bottom. Decapitator, about 40% blend. And cut today in the basement. No samples, no nothing. We did a little editing and fixed them up and did our thing. But
There's
yeah.
that 441 up there.
Oh, cool. You
Over
showing
the
it?
kick drum. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's hard to tell a
Perfect.
little bit in context, but like you can see, it's funny. I love this microphone. It's over the kick drum. The bottom left of that photograph is the batter head of the kick drum, so it's kind of like angled off sideways and stuff. And this has always been a fun
Right.
microphone.
It comes in like it points at the snare drum. I try to think about it like it's tucked under the ride. I'm trying to not see too much ride. However, I don't record a ride mic currently at the studio, so sometimes I actually don't mind that it's right under the ride because I can use that to my advantage. But I tuck it in right in the heart of the kit, as I call it, or kit, heart. I call it a bunch of different things. Like I said, some people call it the crotch mic. But I try to point it kind of right in the center of rack, floor, snare, top, and the kick drum beater. Like there's kind of a spot right under that ride cymbal where you're kind of more or less at an equal distance to all of the main elements of the kit. So I tuck it in there, and in mono, it's cool. It just sits right in there nicely, and you can add a bunch of stuff to it if you want.
Yeah.
Like I said, we
Yeah.
added some bottom. We should just show you what just that microphone actually quickly sounds like. I think that would be a good idea. I don't know when I just undid something somehow. That seems about right. So let me unsolo these. So this is that kit mic that we were just talking about. I'll take the crap off of it real quick here. So that's the EQ coming on now in the verse. And now the compressor too. I'll bring it on after a bar or so. Yeah, so that's that thing. So here I'll play here's where there's actually some kick and some snare, and then it goes into a different section. But there's just that mic, the kit mic, which I love. And that mic got printed into a 1176 hardware blue stripe that I have, and then got those two plugins that I just showed
Move
you.
your soda. There's the blue stripe.
Yeah, this is not the one. It's the one right underneath it. But if you can see this bottom one, that's the one that
Just a little bit of it. We can see
kit
the
mic
top
just
one,
goes
though.
through it.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
It kind of lives permanently welded to that chain at the moment. But yeah, so here's just a little bit of that section, just those mics, and then we'll show you the whole drum mix that we got with no samples and no reverbs and no helpers yet. But we'll show you where we're at so far. Here's just that microphone, the kit mic. You know, kind of bombastic, but cool.
Bombastic.
Tuck it in with the rest of the kit. Super cool. So, and then we'll bring in all the drum mics, which go through that drum bus. Like I said, no parallel, no nothing. No crashes, none of that yet in this bus, but we'll solo all of those quickly. And this is what we got for drum sound today. Yeah, so cool drums, cool live drums. No samples. We might do some additional stuff, like we'll see. We'll see as the
It's got that boom blat.
right. It's got that boom blat. Yeah, we're really happy with the snare drum with the old Evans blue head on it on the 70s 5.5 acrylite or 5 acrylite. I think it's 5 inch. Super cool. Yeah, and then we did a little percussion. Maybe we'll just solo that up when it's kind of all playing out at the end here, just to kind of demonstrate that, and then we'll demonstrate the drums and percussion in a quick way. So let's see here. We got cymbal overdub, shaker 1, shaker 2, tambo 1, tambo 2, tambo 3, and bells. 3 tracks of tambo. I'm proud of myself on that one today. Went for it. So here is just the percussion. It comes and goes in different sections, but of course at the end the whole party's playing, so it's all kind of going. So here's just percussion, cymbals, and everything.
Probably my favorite part. The
Yep.
sleigh bells.
Dunzo likes the sleigh bells. I do
Dirty
too.
talkers.
Haven't really done much to those yet. Those are we'll probably actually sooner than later end up maybe bussing all that stuff together. Maybe a little limiting, just a little love, a little spring reverb or something. But we'll come back to that. I don't have to do it right now. But that is percussion. And then let's go ahead and solo all of this. So this is basically what we did today. I guess that would be fair to say, right? I mean,
Yeah.
short of whittle away at Sam's tracks. This,
I mean, there was some arrangement stuff
right.
we did.
Yeah,
and
we
there's
did some
moves.
arrangement. We whittled away at some of his demo
In
tracks.
terms of like what we did on the
But-
stream
right.
today.
What we did on the stream today and what we added that was not there yet was the live drum set, all of the percussion. So let us give you just a little taste of. I'm trying to figure out a good section. I mean, I guess we'll kind of go from I mean, whatever. We'll just go
Yeah.
from the last chorus for
Drums and
now.
stuff,
You can
yeah.
just hear it all. This is where we were with the percussion. So this is all of it. Last chorus, and then at some point, maybe during the last chorus, I'll unsolo it, drop it into our whittled away demo tracks, and you'll hear kind of where we're ending up for the day. So I'm feeling good though, man. Full drum session with percussion. A lot of editing in the session, and a lot of arrangement changes, and just overall tightening of all the stuff we got in there. I think we got a lot done in a basically half day of studio time, really. Plus, we knocked out a live stream and hung out all day. So
Full day of real time.
right, full day of real time. But right, if we would have, on a typical day when there's no stream, no setup or whatever, or even if there is a
started
stream, right,
music
like
at noon instead of starting street
right,
like setup.
we'd probably be down here by 11, turning everything on, getting ready to go, and be like really up and running by, noon. And that will probably be the case in the future, but this was a big Saturday for us nonetheless, and we got a lot of cool stuff done. So
First
I'm going to
track
show
Thanks
you.
for hanging out.
Yeah, really appreciate it. So I'm going to show you last chorus, which is all the drums and percussion only right now. Everything we added today, and then we'll drop it into context again, let it play out, and then we'll come back one more time to say thanks again. And that's where it at. That's where it's at. So here's the drums and percussion.
Start a Saturday night without a single care. Summer running through her hair.
Like, yeah.
So that's our drums, that's our percussion. That's pretty much our day. It's 10 o'clock. It would be quitting time, usually, unless we were really going to burn the midnight oil. But we're feeling good. We're feeling good about everything. So I'm going to just find all the way into this, which is probably that vocal out. I'm going to throw a marker right there. End of the day, we usually do a bounce. We need to send this to Sam so he can do some work. Maybe we'll send it to some other people as well. So a bounce is usually good. I'll set up for a bounce right now. Typically what I'll do, even though there's all this pre-roll, there's 2 bars, plus there's all this other stuff, I always try to pick a point and always bounce from grid and always bounce from the same spot. 2 bars is plenty for right now. There's nothing I need up here. So if I set that at 2 bars, and that's my very first marker in my session, I make one at the end that I call out. It's all the way after the last thing. I guess technically right now these drums theoretically still have some air. I mean, I guess we could just take the 2 seconds to just fix these drums. Anyway, so we'll just throw a fade on those. So you do the in, you do the out. I usually zoom out, but then when you double click, you will be right between those 2 markers, which are on the grid. So I know that if I bounce this, print this, and send this to other people, and they send me new files back with any luck at all, unless they've done something different, I should be able to take their new files and put them right at the start, that first marker, and that should be 0, and they should line up. Doesn't always work that way, but I try to keep that consistent every time. So I don't know, just a little tip or whatever. We don't bounce, we print.
Dropping some knowledge.
Right. We don't bounce, we print. So we're going to label our print track, which we have not labeled because we have not printed anything yet. We're going to call it Already There. What's the date today, Joe?
Yeah, man. Already there, 12/19.
12/19/20. And we'll just leave it at that for now. We don't need to call it rough. We don't need to call it. I mean, call it whatever you want. People,
You know what?
right? Different people mark it up however they want.
Final, underscore final.
Right. Yeah. I usually just go with the date, and then if I have to update within that, I do. But so now we do the quick run through. We make sure that everything that we want to go to this print track is going to the router. The bass is going to the router. All of our drums go to a drum bus. That goes to the router. All the percussion and our cymbals go there. These are bussed together, hit the router. Good. Everything should be there. Bus 9 and 10. This is going to the router, right? So we should be good to go. We are double clicked, which means we are selected between our two markers. So we got our start and stop time. We throw this baby in and record. Excuse me. Excuse me. I need that cough button.
Yeah.
We throw this thing into record, and then real time, we listen to it one more time. We print it. We send it to Sam. We take it home. We think about what we want to do to it, and we come back to you guys with a fresh stream. I'm not exactly sure when.
next time.
Yeah, next time
whatever.
we'll do our best to let you know, or it'll just
Yes,
pop
of
up and
course.
we'll be doing it. But
Yep.
we will be back on this song to
Get some
add some
holiday
more
stuff
music.
happening.
Right. We'll be back on to add some more music as soon as we can, and we'll get some files from Sam, and we'll be back on this one. But we're going to print it up, and we're going to call it a night. We're going to run it in real time and listen to it. You guys can listen to it, and then that'll be the end of the night. I think we don't even need to button it up again, right?
No, I don't think so.
we'll
We're gonna
close
roll
up
this one
with
out
this,
and
right.
fade it out. And thanks for hanging
Yeah.
around with us, guys. And as always,
As always, until next time, what you got to do is keep it tight.
Back when we won't start again, blowing my was breaking it, feeling low to something else, holding on to something else. These arms out of sin now, you won't get one day. So I'm not Sunday, don't mean not these cigarettes, waiting on the steam away, and still got away with me. I know the way needs something to say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. We'll meet on the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. These going right away to be blowing. I can't be. I won't mind a steamy way. When I come down. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And there's nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty